Hello, hello, and welcome to today's MindSoulful Monday. Hi, hello everyone. My name's Brooke-Sidney. I'm your MindSoulful mentor, your self-love advocate, and your inner voice and soul story coach. And really what I am seeking to do, what's my truest heart desire, is to help people really bring mindsoulfulness, not just into their head, but throughout their heart and their soul. So, each week I get on with, I consider a more fuller teaching about mindsoulfulness. And then day to day I have MindSoulful Minutes. So I hope that you're catching me. If you're not subscribed or you're not following me, please click that like and follow. I'd love to connect further with you. I do have amazing programs. I have a MindSoulful membership circle that's like monthly content, and then I also have a few spots left for my one-on-one MindSoulful mentoring. And I would love to really connect with souls who are really seeking to kind of take their lives to that next level, who want to feel more in alignment, who want to feel more at ease, want to feel more freedom, but really want to feel like they are living on purpose and that they are walking in their divine gifts, that they are in alignment with their mission and their purpose and the reason why they're here. But today we're talking all about our second really conversation about minding our energy. So if you didn't catch last week's, go back and listen. But today we're going to build upon that chat and that conversation. But if you're catching me today for the first time, I really want us to be able to live out our missions, right? In their fullness, in their completeness, and in total alignment. But in order to do that, there are practical things. There are totally practical things that require from us in order to be able to be at our greatest and our highest. And one of those is minding our energy. We have to be able to energetically, have the strength, have the light force, have the courage and the confidence to do what we're called to do. And that requires making sure that we have the energy both presently, and I really feel like in our reserves, to make things happen, to show up as our best selves. So definitely check out last week where I really set the foundation for where I'm going with these conversations. But today I wanted to talk briefly about scanning our own personal energy. So I would love for anyone to be able to really notice at any moment in time where their energy is registering. I think that a lot of us are walking around, and I used to be the same way. I would walk around completely unconscious, you guys, like completely numbed out. I wasn't in touch with my emotions. I grew up in a way where I learned that my emotions really didn't matter, that, I was kind of a don't worry about me, I got me kind of child, and that progressed into my adulthood. And the reason why I'm telling you this is because so many of us, I feel like either from trauma, like I experienced trauma both in our childhoods or actually in our adult lives, cause us to turn ourselves off. And what I mean by that is we live kind of unconscious to what we're feeling, maybe even a little bit more what we're thinking, but in essence, we're flipping some switches off inside of ourselves. We're not consciously doing that. We're unconsciously doing it, right? We are either, coping with things that have happened to us by, flipping off that switch, numbing out, saying to ourselves, we're not going to worry about it, or even powering through. Now, don't get me wrong. There's a time and a place for us to muster up our energy, mind you, energy. And this is a conscious way. Muster up our energy to do what we need to do. My challenge and my concern is I don't want us living lives where we are unconsciously doing things or having our energy go to places that we're not making choices about, where we're not taking care of ourselves. Because ultimately, numbing, right, turning off elements of ourselves, be it our emotions, be it our thoughts, listening to our bodies, that's not good for us, right? That's not good for us. We're not living in our fullness, right? We're not tapping into all of our gifts, because some of our gifts and abilities reside in the ability to tune in. In fact, I want to actually clean that up and say all of our gifts and abilities require us to tune into ourselves, require us to check into our inner voice. And so the reason why I am so concerned about it is that I know that it's very common. I think that our society and our culture perpetuates a standard of let's just do it without checking in and making sure it's actually what we want to do. We're bombarded with shoulds. We're bombarded with this is how things are supposed to be. We're bombarded with cultural standards that just honestly may not work for us. And so my goal is to really have the women and the people that I work with be able to make conscious choices about their lives, as well as about the most individual thing that we have is our energy, what we're giving our energy to, how we would like to respond, making those conscious choices. So that involves very carefully minding our energy. And I know that in the beginning, it might seem like work because you're like, oh my gosh, this is a new thing to do. It's a new thing to check in with myself. It's a new thing. I'm going to talk about the body scan in a second. It's a new thing to do those things. But guess what? Just like with anything else, it becomes a habit. It becomes a habitual way of thinking. It becomes a great new tool that we have in our tool chest to pull out on a daily basis to stay connected with ourselves and stay connected with spirit, right? So one of the things that I feel like is super helpful is what's called a body scan. Now, if you are in my MindSoulful membership, woo-woo, or you're a private client of mine, you have, especially if you've been with me since the beginning of the MindSoulful membership circle even, you have at least one, if not two, body scan meditations. So if you're not in the MindSoulful membership group, definitely check it out. You get at least one guided meditation each month, as well as a teaching, journaling prompts, aromatherapy tools, and additional support on this life journey, right? On this journey to live a more aligned life, a more mindsoulful mind, a life where we are connecting our mind, body, and spirit, where we're living in the fullness of ourselves, right? And so you will have, if you're in that membership, you will have a body scan meditation. If you're not, join today and grab one. And I'm thinking about putting one on sale for people that just want the body scan meditation. So stay tuned for that. And if you'd like it, definitely message me. But I think that it's really good to periodically throughout your day, check in with yourself. And what you're essentially doing is you're just starting to, maybe you're going to close your eyes. You're going to slow your breath down. You're going to take a couple of breaths, just so you're connecting with it. And then you're going to simply go through and start to scan your emotions. You can start to see, am I feeling any certain way? Is any feeling or emotion coming up, right? You can do the same thing with your thoughts. Is there a thought that I'm thinking right now that's making me feel, anxious, making me feel upset, uncertain, unsettled, doubtful, fearful, afraid? Like you can go through angry, or on the opposite, making me feel amazing, joyful, peaceful, settled, comfortable, comforted, nurtured, and so forth. So you can scan your emotions, you can scan your thoughts, and you can also scan your body. You can go from your head to your toes and just feel into any sensations that are occurring. And I do this in my body scan meditations. I go through and I walk any of my clients or any of my meditators through a meditation that actually draws them into mindful awareness of any sensations, thoughts, etc. that are coming up as we go throughout your body. And what that does is it once again connects you to your breath. It also connects you to your body so that you're living embodied. You're living embodied, right? We're walking around really maximizing this glove that we have, this human glove, this human space, this amazing body that we've been given. So, and when by doing the body scan, we're also checking in with ourselves. We're coming back into connection with ourselves, connection with spirit. We're living in alignment, and we're pulling up anything that needs to come up so that we can consciously deal with it. We can consciously and joyfully make a decision to think about or not think about, work on or not work on, but we're not unconscious. We're not letting thoughts and programs and subconscious beliefs run the show. We're running the show, because it's what I am calling, we are flipping the switch. We are turning all of the lights on. Not just the lights in terms of thinking and doing, but the lights in terms of checking in with ourselves, checking into our emotions. And we are more deliberately and consciously running our lives in alignment, okay? That's the whole point of it all. So again, if you're looking for greater help in terms of living a more mind-soulful life, living more connected mindfully, being able to take these teachings and really live them out, then definitely connect with me. Join my MindSoulful membership, or for more one-on-one or personalized attention and help, apply to work with me one-on-one. I would love to help people who are called to live this type of a life, who want more freedom, who want more ease, who really want to live more in an alignment with what they came here to do, to be able to hear spirit, to be able to hear their inner voice. I would love to work with those clients that are looking forward to stepping into their next level, right? Because all of us are different. But yes, I would love for you to definitely like, love, share, and tag this post. Help your friends. You know, that's the thing. If you hear this and it resonates, share it out, because the more that people live in alignment, gosh, you know how much greater the world would be? World peace is not going to occur. This is my belief. World peace is not going to occur when, like, what? All of us somehow figure out, like, we're not going to fight anymore. World peace occurs when each of us have peace within ourselves, right? Each of us have discovered our own inner value and our own inner peace and are connected to spirit. And then guess what? We meet someone else who's also connected that way and who also feels that way. Who's going to be fighting? Okay? So anyway, I'm getting off my soapbox. But again, today I am so pleased that we have chatted about minding our energy. We've discussed scanning our body, scanning our emotions, and scanning our thoughts. Again, I'd love for you to like, love, share, and tag out this video, and I will see you tomorrow with a Mind Soulful Minute.